So, base tour time, shall we say. Decided to use the Seamoth for the initial outside tour, simply because it's nice and fast, and you don't have to stop with oxygen. It's quite a big base, as you'll see in a moment. Lights on. Down we go. You can see my Seamoth's already docked. And here, you're probably already starting to get an idea of the size of it. As I go around, I will explain each section's purpose. This little section here of 5, well, technically 10, 5 per side, double multi-purpose rooms, holds aquariums, double stacked, which I use for holding various egg life forms. It's officially designated specimen lab, as you'll see when we get inside. As we go down, you come to the main base connector. This connects to the main base here, and that triple stack there is 2 bioreactors, 1 top and bottom, and 2 grow beds inside. This little arrangement of 8 multi-purpose rooms holds various resources. It's various lockers for resources, as you'll see when we get inside. And I've organised and labelled it. The grow beds here aren't quite fully stocked with what are they called again? Gel sacks, that's it, the gel sacks. As you can see, they've got a full set of kelp, but I haven't got around to fully extending the gel sacks round. Just one of those, got to get around to doing it things. And ideally it really wants a set here with blood kelp, and then I need to somehow figure out where I'm going to put deep shrooms. They're a bit awkward because you can't put those multiple to a grow bed, so they take up quite a bit of space. I'll probably end up building something somewhere up there with them. Easiest way. It's the one thing I haven't done yet, and in case you can't tell from me energy usage, yes, I have got the ion power cells. This set of 3 here is my primary food and water. That holds 5 stacked aquariums packed with Reginalds, and that holds 3 water purification plants, whilst that holds my melon farms. That over there is the moon pools. The prawn's docked in one, and this docks in the other. My Cyclops is over there, by the way. So, let's head inside and give you the tour. Yes, I'm aware the legs have all bugged out underneath. They do that sometimes. I'm actually on the experimental build at the time, if you can't tell. And a warning to anybody else who's built a base down here on the latest experimental build. The pressure compensator upgrade deactivates when you reload a save, so be aware of that. You need to swap the upgrade out and back in again before it will start to function. I've come close to losing both my Seamoth, and when I was down in the inactive lava zone earlier getting the ion power cell blueprints, I took some damage on my prawn as well that way. So just a word to the wise, as they say. As you can see, although I actually put the colour scheme on all the way back at my old base, all the way over there, one of those many beacons is marked Sea Base 1. It's that one here. I've got my no, it's not. It's this one. Yes, the one I've now got my reticule centered over. That's Sea Base 1. It's a much smaller base. I basically built this massive thing as a... It was an experiment in building a base for the day when they add Reaper attacks in. When that happens, it's going to be very important to bulkhead everything off. And the thing about connecting moon pools and multi-purpose rooms to each other is, if you want to put a bulkhead between them, you've got to have a corridor segment. I chose to use glass partly just for the aesthetics. It looks better. But also because, honestly, quartz was a lot easier to get in the required quantities than titanium. These 3 lockers here, these are basically, when I get out of the prawn, with a full inventory, I can empty the prawn into here, I can empty my inventory into there, and then I can carry them over to the main base in useful size lots. It's not perfect. I'm really hoping eventually we'll see Mark II, Mark III storage upgrades. As a nice little extra, however, on the experimental build, you now get 4x6 as the base storage, with the storage upgrades adding one more row. I'm hoping eventually we will see that upgraded to the storage lockers adding 2 rows, or an upgraded storage model does that. Again, another modification station here. Again, I didn't do the colour scheme here, but for completeness' sake I put 2 of them in. Now let's head to the main base. As you can see, I've signposted quite a few things. The colours are informative. Anything with a colour indicates one of 2 things. If you're in one of the out wings, which is the moon pool wing and the specimen lab wing, a green coloured section means the main base is this way. It lets you see at a glance where the main base is. Inside the main base, it's a bit different. I'll show you when we get there. Again, lots of bulkheads here, basically at every curved turn. Again, it's all for the day when they add Reaper attacks in. You're going to want the bulkheads to be able to seal your base into sections, so you can limit the flooding. This is the bedroom. Nothing fancy. I should have put the posters up, but I haven't got around to it. I just put 3 windows and a double bed in. It does the job. As you can see here, this points to the moon pool. Any non-white label means it's the next room over. Any white label means it's in that direction, but it's not the next room over. For example, this says rare and points to here. Talking of which, that's the wrong colour. Dang! I thought I'd got all these right. There we go. There we go. There. The colours, except for the blacks, which point to generic rooms that don't have a specific colour, indicate also the type of thing stored here. This holds me coral, me uranite crystals, me diamond, me shrooms, the pointless mercury, or I should probably throw nickel in there as well, by the way, and magnetite, which I did have quite a bit of at one point, but this place really chewed it up. Next, titanium. You can see an example of the multicoloured labels here. Green indicates that the rare compartment is the next one over, whilst white indicates the moon pools are that way, but not the next compartment over. I haven't yet added the sign for the bedroom. Copper's been a bit short, in short supply, I'm afraid. I've been running low. This entire compartment, by the way, is dedicated to titanium. I've never had more than 4. I've had all 4 of these filled, A, B, C, D, with a little bit in E. But at the moment, that's my entire titanium stock. This place used quite a bit. Again, single colour label, black colour label indicating the main room. I'm probably going to keep finding those, aren't I? Here's another example. Rare, bedroom, titanium that way. Titanium's next compartment over. Bedroom and rare, multiple compartments over. Yes, I know I've got a message. It's probably the sunbeam telling me it's about to arrive. I'm not going to pick that one up. Medkit storage. There isn't actually many in there, but it does give me excess storage. Let's throw another one in. I've got a few on the Cyclops if I really need them. And food and water. Fabricator here, and I store cured fish and big filtered water here. Battery charger here, waste bins, ready use. Basically, it's 2 things. It's 1, anything I'm using currently for building. If I need to carry more, I need more components than I can carry for a big crafting session. For example, when I was making the ultra reinforcement module for the Cyclops, I took all my plasteel ingots. I'd take them a big bunch of titanium, convert them to titanium ingots, dump the titanium ingots in here, repeat until I had 10 ingots, then go get the lithium, then get the ingots out, turn to plasteel, put them back in, go make get the bits of the computer chip, repeat. Oh no, they don't need computer. No, it didn't need computer chip. Sorry, that was the pressure compensators. But that was basically how I did it. In this case, it's also acting as you can see, this is just after I've made the ion power cells. I've got 2 leftovers. I'm also at the moment storing the excess power cells here and the beacons. I'll explain why when we get to another room. Over this way, reactors, uncommon, gold and lead. Yes, gold and lead have their own room. They are too common. Uncommon is quartz, copper, lithium, and silver. Silver I'm doing quite well on at the moment because I found 3 big deposits down in the deep blood kelp trench. Over that away. Quartz is low. I've basically exhausted the blood kelp trench nearly. On the other hand, I did have to do another cache reset recently, so... Well, before I'd cleared that out, but I haven't been back to safe shallows and cleared safe shallows back out, so technically there's enough around. Copper, again, I've cleaned out the blood kelp trench mostly. I've only got a modest amount, but again, I can go clean out the safe shallows if I have to. And then the lithium here, again, I don't have much at the moment, but I did at one point. And then all the plasteel used a bunch of it up. To be honest, 2 full things is probably one too many for those, and the same for the silver. But it was just how I set it up originally, basically. Down here, again, another example of the signs. Lead and gold. 4 and 4. I'll leave the reactor for a moment because I'm going to go back this way and show you this. This holds my stalker teeth and enamel glass. That's normal glass. There's none in there, and I'm probably just going to make this my normal glass storage. I do have quite a few stalker teeth and a few leftover enameled glass, actually. This is my aluminium oxide storage because I just had nowhere else to put it. Gel sacks, same deal. Tools and equipment's a bit empty. I've got an equivalent locker on my Cyclops and just about everything's in there at the moment. Odds is basically 50 different kinds of junk. I need to sort some of these, like the crashfish powder, the sulfur especially, into their own things. There's some deep shroom spores in there and a fungal sample I could do with shifting as well. I'll probably, given it's unused at the moment, along with the mercury, throw this in with the mercury eventually. I just haven't got around to reworking it. Wires, chips and kits. Hold spare copper wire, spare wiring kits, and spare chips when I had them. Creepvine products. This is where the silicone rubber will go. I didn't actually realise I got any of that. I could have saved myself some trips outdoors to get the silicone rubber. Oh well. This is empty at the moment. I'm probably going to turn this into another odds room. Well, I say odds. This compartment is technically designated components, because it's for various odds and ends that are usually manufactured products, or things that you use for very specific purposes. My bedroom's over this way, by the way. Bedroom's here. Just so you know where you are in the base. This room, as I say, it's empty at the moment. It'll probably get turned into a second components compartment. I kind of need the space. This is food and water. Fish farms this way. Look at all those Reginalds. Seriously, this never runs out. Ever. I've actually got the bioreactors currently filled off this thing. And I could probably keep them filled that way for forevermore. Reginalds, by the way, 44 food. So, very good. I've got a fabricator here specifically for doing fish curing. And I'll explain why in a moment. I was storing my eggs here. This is empty and is a bit wasted. Live fish just stores samples of various fish. But I don't have a use for them. To be perfectly honest. I was at my old base using bladderfish as my primary food source, just because I could refine them to H2O. But I did eventually switch to Reginalds there as well, because that base was constructed. It was constructed before I got water filtration, but I did get water filtration and set it up there afterwards. However, I didn't stay there long before I came and built this place. This is my 3 water filtration machines. For some weird reason, despite the fact that this base is also receiving transmitter power from 10 thermal generators, these 3 things appear to be able to make the power go down, so I'm not sure what's going on there. Just let me grab the salt and stock up. I've got 2 lockers for it. I'm basically never going to run out of cured fish or water ever again. This is the main melon farm with seed storage. To be honest, it barely gets used. It's just easy to grab fish and water out of that box and go get some more water and seed, water and salt later, and some more fish. It's just easy. This is the reactors. Reactor 1 is here. As I said, they're all currently stocked with Reginald's. 25 food apiece. Good value. 44 when cooked. The grow beds are here. Originally I had these stocked with lantern trees because the wiki is still outdated saying the lantern trees provide awesome power. They don't. I'm pretty sure Reginald's are more energy dense than melons, but the melons will at least provide me with a... This will basically provide... These should, I believe... I've not tested it. I should probably close up the bulkheads and check it. But I believe these should provide a source of biomass to fuel the reactors, even if the whole base floods. And I lose all power for some reason. All of the power for some reason. The whole base could be flooded. All power could be out. And I could still... pick these and shove them in the bioreactor to get it running again, which is what they're really here for. Reactor 2 is up here. Yes, I know I need to pretty this whole area up, same with the fish farm. Windows will go in eventually. That's all I can promise. Oh, wrong way. And this takes me to the specimen labs. As you can see, labels again, main base that way, specimen tanks. This holds a single crab snake. I need to get another egg for these. This is stalkers. They've been breeding like rabbits. Well, not quite. We'll get on to that later. This is the bone shark room. I got 2 eggs for these, so woo. Cute little sand shark. Cute sand shark. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Look at that toothy grin. I think he likes me. I need to find him a mate, though. Ampeel again, 1 only. I need to find another. And here's the wabbits, who have been indeed breeding like wabbits. Rabbit rays, if you don't know what they are. But of course, in Bugs Bunny fashion, wabbits. Well, it's technically Elmer Fudd, but you know what I mean. Here's the crash fish. Look, are they cute? Tickle, tickle, tickle. This is the jelly rays. I actually had to look at the label. I'd forgotten what these were called. Talking of which, do I have a scan? I can't remember. Let's try. Let's check. No, I didn't. That's one of the reasons I set this up, though, so... In here we have Mr. Gaspod. Gas bag. Old gas bag. This one is currently empty. Nothing in here. And yes, I know, there's more than 10 eggs. I'm going to have to build a whole other level to handle the rest because it's reached the limits it can go forward well, forwards and backwards. It can't go any further ends-wise. So, I need another level. Now, let's head all the way back. All the way back. And this here is my primary entrance and exit. By the way, yes, I also need to put foundations under that lot. Again, it's on my to-do list. I've just got to get the resources. Anyway, that's the base tour. Hope you liked it.